welcome back to another video. I hope you are all doing well. I'm currently in my hallway at the moment, well no, up on the landing actually, and the reason why I put myself here is because I finally got some pictures and mirrors up on the wall, and I just think the background really looks aesthetically pleasing. Obviously the carpet's not done or anything up here, but I will give you an update as to what we've done over the past few days. But as you can see, Sam has put a mirror up behind me, he's put two pictures up to the side of me here, and then in front of me Sam has put the blind up in this hallway. I don't know why I keep saying hallway. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how that has turned out. With regards to other things that Sam has got done, he's got the ceiling plastered in the lounge, and he's also plastered inside the reveal bit where the bay window is, so the little ceiling in there, and then the two bits either side of the window. So I will include a little bit of footage here of Sam doing the plastering work, although we did have a bit of a nightmare with the plastering because I helped Sam load buckets, empty them, fill them up with water, and one of the buckets did have a big hole in the bottom of it. So water was just absolutely everywhere. The lounge was just swimming in water, so that was great. Sam did the plastering work in the lounge, he actually installed the hive heating system thing. I don't really know what you call it, but basically he took the old, I was going to say a thermometer, it's not a thermometer, it's a thermostat. He took that old one off and replaced it with a new system. He has actually sent me a link on my phone to download the Hive app, which I actually do need to sort out because he did that at the end of last week and I haven't done it yet, and we are currently on Wednesday. Today is Valentine's Day, by the way, so happy Valentine's Day. But yeah, like I say, he installed all of that, but then was having issues with the heating. Every time we seem to go and do something, there's always something else that has to go wrong. So downstairs is quite cold. Number one, because there's no heating in the lounge, and number two, because the heating is flicking on and off. It's not on when it's supposed to be on. Everywhere just seems really cold at the moment. Apologies, I just had to stop that for a quick moment there because Oscar and Rosie were just barking at some dogs walking by, as per usual. Anyway, like I was saying with the heating, because we've been having issues with that, it's been so incredibly cold downstairs. Now, I'm not sure if you're aware of obviously having plastering work done, but it gets so dusty and dirty and it doesn't smell great. Everything's so damp. and cold, so I've been trying to avoid downstairs as much as possible, to be honest. And I'm not 100% sure as to how much more Sam is going to get done this week. I think he actually wants to get some more plastering work done in the lounge, potentially on some of the other walls. But towards the end of this week going into next, Sam is going to be prepping and starting the extension. Everything got accepted through building control, so we're pretty much all good to go now. So he needs to get the garden all prepared, ready for when the digger arrives on Monday morning. So I'm sure I'll show you at some point what the garden looks like at the moment, just so you get an idea as to what we're going to do and what our plans are, all the interesting stuff like that. I'm going to insert a couple of clips now of Sam putting the mirrors up and the pictures and the blinds and stuff. And I have just realised he has put a mirror up downstairs as well, so I'm sure those clips here for you now. But the reason why I don't talk behind these videos is because number one, the drill is just loud, so you wouldn't be able to hear me anyway. And number two, Sam likes to play the radio or some form of music whilst he's doing all his work. And I don't want to get copyrighted, so yeah, unfortunately I do have to keep putting these clips in with music in the background, which I hope you don't mind. So just to give you an update as to what everything is currently looking like at the moment, obviously at the top of the stairs, which is here, we have put a mirror up on this wall. Now I'm still not sure as to what I'm going to do around this section here. A lovely lady did put in the comments section about putting the console table, which is at the bottom of the stairs here, at the top here, to see what it looks like. So I'm still yet to do that, to see basically if it looks all right or not. But because this mirror is slightly off center, if I did put anything sort of here, I feel like it either needs to cover the whole of the wall or not at all. I'm not really sure. I think if I had a bit of a smaller table, then I wouldn't know whether to put it in the middle or whether to put it off center to match up with the mirror. So yeah, not 100% sure what I'm doing there yet. But this mirror here I did get from an antiques shop not far from me. I think it was recently upcycled as well, as you can see. It's just got a nice like rustic finish to it, but I just thought with the window being there and then the mirror here, it just brighten up the space a lot more. Obviously my camera's playing up and it doesn't want to focus properly, but as I pan it round, this is what it looks like at the top of the stairs. So I've got two pictures here which I got from Dunelm, and then the blind that's up here is honestly my favourite, I think. The light is honestly not going to want to focus. Okay, if I cover the window like that, it's focusing a little bit better now. But yeah, so I got this blind from Blinds to Go. It's a Roman blind in a William Morris print. Now if I can try and pull it down so you can actually see what it looks like all opened up. The only thing about this blind is because it's such a small blind, the cord is so short, but we're not really going to be pulling this blind down ever so much is mostly there just to look pretty. But yeah, oh gosh, that's even worse than before. You can barely see the print of it because we didn't get a blackout, so it's not got that extra lining on it. But it's basically just a really nice sort of grey, cool toned colour with a couple of like beige bits in it. I'm not very good at describing colours, and that does look awful now I've pulled it down, but it definitely looks a lot better in person. Maybe when it's darker I'll show you what it looks like when it's not got the light coming through. But yeah, anyway, coming downstairs, we have put up a mirror here, which was in the bedroom. I've obviously not cleaned it or anything yet, but neither have I sorted out all of this stuff that's here. But yet again, I thought I'd put a mirror here so that as you kind of come through the door, you can see this mirror and it reflects the light that comes in. So yeah, I'm pleased that I put that there. And then on this side here, obviously you've seen this in my previous video, I've just got the shelf up. I've not put any other pictures or anything here, but there's nothing else that actually needs to be drilled into the wall. Everything else is just going to be kind of hung up. So I don't need to add anything until obviously all of this gets sorted, because of the dust is unbelievable. And this is what the lounge is currently looking like. So the plastering work is slowly drying out. I mean, it's a lot more dry today than it was yesterday. And then across the back wall, Sam has patched in this area. He was going to plaster, obviously, all 4 walls. But I told him, because the media unit wall is going across this back here and not a lot of it is going to be on show, I did say you're probably wasting your time plastering this wall. So he's opted against it, which I am pleased about, because it'll be a lot less time having to do this wall here. So yeah, like I say, he's just done that little bit of plastering work there. And then I think I mentioned in my previous videos about these sockets in each corner. They're actually going to be taken out, because we're going to have cupboards all across the bottom here. And then we're going to have shelves either side, and then the telly is going to go up on the wall in the middle here. And we're not actually having a fireplace in here. We're potentially thinking about it for the extension, but we're not 100% sure yet. And then this wall here has been all hard walled, all plastered up. Has it been plastered? Oh my gosh, how do I not know if it's been plastered? No, it's not been plastered. I do apologise. It has just been hard walled before the plastering work. Sorry, my brain is just not working. Over in this corner, that's all been hard walled and ready for plastering. Same goes for this wall here. And if you'd watched previous clips ago, you would have seen me PVAing the walls so that everything is pretty much all prepped, ready for the plastering work. And then up here, as you can see, Sam has done some plastering in the bay window. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the time being. As you can see, Oscar and Rosie are loving the new bay window. Before the extension work commences, I thought I would just explain everything that we are doing in the back garden, and obviously for the extension as well. So over the next week, Sam is bringing the digger in, so pretty much most of the garden is going to be dug up. Please do ignore all of the toys, which are everywhere. Rosie brings them out here and then they get rained on and then just left. So over this next week, this is all pretty much going to be cleared up. But this conifer tree is going to be pulled down. I think it's a conifer, I could be wrong, but that's gonna have to be taken down. And then unfortunately the buddleia has also got to go as well, because across the back here these sheds are going to get moved, and Sam is going to basically build like a bar area and also an undercover area for the hot tub to go. Now this is another issue we're facing. We had a company bring the hot tub into the back garden when we first moved in, and it basically just got plonked here. So I'm not sure how they're going to move that. Sam reckons he's going to be able to lift it up with the digger somehow, I think. I could be wrong again, but hopefully I'll be able to film some content of him doing that, because that'll be really interesting to see how he manages to move it. It may be absolute chaos, but we shall see. And then the garden is just looking a bit of a mess. All of this at the moment is just going to have to be left for the time being. As you can see all across there, all of the leaves from obviously the winter, of them all falling off of the trees, are still on the ground over there. Honestly, I've just not had time whatsoever. Rose is in pounce mode. I don't know what Oscar is doing down the side. Oh, he's literally just stood there doing nothing. You okay, Rosie? What are you doing? You gonna get Oscar? Oh, she's gonna get you. She's gonna get you. She is. You playful girl. You playful. Apologies, I do get distracted by them all the time, but the most exciting part is obviously the extension. Sam's is obviously the bar area and mine is this part, so ignore all the mess. Again, this is just what we're living with at the moment. Yet again, I'm being constantly distracted by them. But as for the extension, sorry, yeah, please do ignore all the mess. And also the bins are all over the place because we are trying to get the fascias and soffits all finished off, which I haven't actually shown you what that looks like from the side. Now it's not fully complete, but this bit here has been done and the bit at the top there has been done as well. We haven't finished the bit coming down here just yet, but yeah, it's starting to take shape. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Extension wise, we are going to have an extension coming across this back bit here. Now this bit is the utility room, so we're not extending across that way. We are just literally going from the kitchen across into the dining room here. It's coming out, I believe, 3.5 meters or something like that. So it probably will come out to around here maybe. I don't know. I've got all the measurements written down, but actually because it's all not dug out yet, I will obviously go into those finer details next week with you. But yeah, so here and here is basically where the doors are going to be taken out. The window is also going to be taken out, but also the brickwork underneath is going to be taken out. And then the extension is going to come all the way out. And we're going to have bifolds across the front here, a window to the side, a window to the other side. And then we are basically just going to be left with this kind of brick pillar here and then the little bits either side. Now the reason for keeping that in is because it's going to cost us far less money to just open those bits out as opposed to taking the whole wall out. But for like floor plans and stuff, it's kind of worked out well to keep that bit in place. Now obviously we will cover the brickwork over, so it's not brickwork from the inside. But yeah, apologies, there was dogs barking all over the place. But yeah, so I think we're going to cover the brickwork up. Sam probably won't like exposed brickwork on the inside, but we'll probably make that decision obviously a lot later on. So yeah, that's pretty much everything with regards to the extension. So hopefully in my next video I'll have a lot more content to share with you with regards to the actual footprint of the extension. I haven't really explained it well, but yeah, there's a lot of decisions that still need to be made with regards to what's happening. I hope all of what I've just explained makes some kind of sense. I just wanted to go through the details of what everything currently looks like at the moment. It's just the reality of everything. It's just a bit of a building site, and it's going to be even more of a building site come this time next week. So I'm not sure exactly what the plan of action is. I just know that Sam is digging up a lot of the garden at the start of next week, and all the groundworks will be getting completed. I do actually today need to book our first site inspection with building control, so I need to get that all done, and really looking forward to the work being started. So with regards to the knock through from the window in the kitchen and the doors being taken out in the dining room, everything inside at the moment will stay as it is. Sam is just going to build up the extension, and when it's at a point where it's all ready to be opened up, that is when we will end up knocking everything through, and it'll be even more manic because we're not going to be having a kitchen or a dining room space that currently at the moment is a storage room. But yeah, I'll get onto that a lot later when we get to it. But at the moment, I'm just going to make the most of the kitchen space whilst we've got it and try and enjoy the process as much as possible. Also, I'm currently sat in my lounge and totally forgot to mention that we have installed the spotlight, which is outside. As you will have seen in the clips prior to this, I sprayed up basically the cap that goes underneath the spotlight in the same agate grey colour that we have got for the fascias and soffits. So we managed to get that done, and it looks so good outside the front now with the light on and everything all matching up. I think we actually got the spray paint from Amazon, so for anyone that's interested in trying to match their fascia colour with spotlight caps, yeah, we just managed to find the rail colour online and then ordered the spray paint in the exact same colour. So yeah, do highly recommend doing that if you're adding spotlights into an area where you want it to match the same colour. Sorry, there's been so much going on that I've honestly forgotten what we've done and what we haven't done, what I've filmed and what I haven't filmed, but I'm going to try and keep on track of it as much as possible. I'm honestly so excited for next week. Fingers crossed I can get a lot filmed. I know towards the end of next week, because I will be in the office, I won't be able to film a lot, but obviously in between clients and stuff I'll be able to get stuff done, and I've got to try and make sure that I'm not getting in the way of them too much. I think they're going to get rather annoyed at me trying to be outside at the same time as them whilst they're digging and doing all those various bits. I am going to wrap this video up here, so I hope that you have enjoyed watching. Please do like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It means the absolute world to me. I look forward to catching up with you next week when we're starting the extension work. I can't believe I'm saying that.